your background is changed.
I'm using a different background today, right? There are hundreds and thousands and millions of backgrounds available online, and you can use different ones depending on the color of clothes you are wearing, which goes better with your clothes. And because good morning, Kushi. Because I'm wearing blue, this white background looks amazing. Let me try some other ones. Tell me which one do you guys prefer? Good morning, good morning. This is what I was using earlier. This background looks great with black or black color clothes, but not with this blue. With blue, this white background looks good, much, much better. Please come in. I have so many. I've downloaded so many. Take a look at this one. This one looks cool too. This. Great background. Now I'm a news reporter or news reader, reading the news. This looks okay as well. In space.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Noshin. I thought this looks the best. Morning.
This look is very pastel.
Yes, exactly. I like this. Shall we begin? It's 7:35. Normally we begin at 7:36. Okay. So I think we should start now. Open your books. We are in unit 3, right? What are we studying? Can you please remind me?
Eleanor.
Yeah, we checked the homework yesterday, and I'm going to, you need to turn on the fans, please, or maybe turn on the swing of this fan. Yes, good. So yesterday there was a sentence. I said I would explain it.
Good morning, sir.
Today. Good morning. The second and third switches. Yes. Guys, please understand this. He is upset is a good sentence, positive sentence. We can say he isn't upset. Good morning, Faiz. Take a look at both these sentences. He's upset, he isn't upset. Upset is an adjective, okay? Sad. He isn't upset, he is upset. So both these are statements, okay? Notice the position of be verb after the subject. What is the position of be verb in these two sentences? After the subject. He is upset, he isn't upset. And this rule will apply on all the statements of be verb. Notice they are subject they, okay, verb be verb are. So be verb is after the subject, okay. But when we write questions, then the position changes. Now you can see that instead of writing he is upset, it becomes is he upset. Okay, the position of be verb changes. It is no longer after the subject. It is now before the subject. Is he upset? Similarly, are they my students? Yes, please. Everybody is familiar with this, right? We have studied this already. Unit 1 was all about, hey, Ranjit, long time no see. Where were you? I messaged you. I messaged you. You were in Patna. I messaged you. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I messaged you. Notice this. He is upset is a statement. Is he upset is a question. They are my students is a statement. Are they my students is not a statement. It's a question. Because of the change of position of be verb. When I say be verb, I mean to say is, am, are. Okay. So their position changes when you are making a statement or when you are making a question. It depends on that. So if I want to know the reason, then I will say, why is he upset or why he is upset? Which is correct? Which is correct? Everybody agrees. Why is he upset is correct. Why is he upset? Because it's a question. So be verb should come before the subject. No confusion. Straightforward lesson. That be verb will be after the subject and it will be before the subject if it is a question. Remember, when you put something before this question word, if you put something before the question word, okay? If you put something before the question word, something like I know, now this is not okay. Now you will not say is he. You are correct. Why is he upset was correct. But because you said something before why, so you should say, I know why he is upset. Now the only choice you have is he is. I know why he is upset. Anything, you put anything before why, you put anything. For example, you say, I don't know, okay? I don't know. No problem. Anything you put. Then you cannot say, why is he upset? You will say, why he is upset. Let's see again. Tell me. Put anything before that WH word and you will see he is upset, not is he upset. Are you comfortable? I'll explain again. He is upset is a statement. Everybody is okay with that statement. He is upset. When we form a question, we don't say he is upset. We say, is he upset? Because in questions, be verb will come before the subject, right? If we can say that we want to know the reason, why is he upset? It's a question. Why is he upset? Be verb before the subject. Why is he upset? But if you put anything before that WH word, then the order goes back to the statement order. I know why he is upset. I don't know why he is upset. Tell me why he is upset, not is he anymore. Okay? Is he will be used when you say, start the sentence with WH word. Why is he upset? Okay. Then I will put this question mark here. Why is he upset? Because the sentence starts with the WH word. Fine. We'll follow that rule. Be verb before the subject. Now, this rule that I'm telling you, that pattern that I'm teaching you, applies on other questions as well. For example, why does he learn English? Is this correct or incorrect? Why does he learn English? It's correct. Positive is he learns English. He learns English. Question is, does he learn English? We remove S in questions and we put does. Why does he learn English? We can also say, where does he learn English? Kahan seekhta hai, right? Where does he learn English? Why does he learn English? Where does he learn English? All these are good questions. Shadab is attending online today. He was absent yesterday, wasn't he? So now if I want to put anything before this WH word, okay? Do you know? I put the phrase, do you know? I know. Tell me. Okay, I want to know. Then I will say why he learns English. Where he learns English. Does will go out, S will come back. I want to know where he learns English. All right. We will not say, I want to know where does he learn English. No, 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 no. Where does he learn English is an independent sentence, okay? You cannot join it with anything. Here we have, I want to know before where. That's why this will be positive arrangement, positive statement arrangement. Statement arrangement. Statement arrangement means the word order, the sequence of the words is like in a statement. He learns English is a statement, right? Does he learn English is not a statement, it's a question. So if the sentence starts with the WH word, we can say, where does he learn English? क्यों चीखता है इतना वो? Why does he shout so much? Why does he shout so much? क्यों चीखता है इतना यार? Absolutely fine. It's a question. क्यों चीखता है? Why does he shout so much? Okay. But if I want to say, I know, मुझे पता है वो क्यों चीखता है. I know. अभी मैं change करूंगा. Tell me. I know why he shouts so much. I know why he shouts so much. मुझे पता है क्यों चीखता है. So Hindi words and English words do not always match. हिंदी में भी वही बोल रहे हैं. वो क्यों चीखता है? मुझे पता है वो क्यों चीखता है. No changes. But in English we say वो क्यों चीखता है? Why does he shout? Because it's a question. Does he shout? मुझे पता है वो क्यों चीखता है. I know why he shouts so much. Okay? तो वो कहाँ रहती है? Where does he live? वो कहाँ रहता है?
Leave.
वो कहाँ रहता है? Where does he live? No problem. That's totally fine. मुझे नहीं पता वो कहाँ रहता है.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Where does he live?
नहीं रुखसार, आप नहीं समझ रहे हैं. जैसे ही कुछ ऐड किया तो चेंजेस करने पड़ेंगे.
I
राइट
don't know where
he lives.
where he is lives.
Yeah, does. Yeah,
Where he out.
lives.
yeah, out. Does
S
out.
comes back. S comes back to the verb, right? Where he lives. I don't know where he lives. मुझे नहीं पता वो कहाँ रहता है. I don't know where he lives.
Leave.
अब वापस. कितना बजा है? What time is it? What time is it? सही है ना? No problem. Be or before the subject. It's a question. What time is it? And if you put anything before what, can you tell me? Can you
Tell
tell me? Then
You tell me what time
what
time
time
it
it is.
is.
it is.
it is.
The word order changed. I had told you that I will explain this in detail to the next day today, right? You understood why it is not, is it? This was the confusion yesterday. So be careful. We have a question arrangement, but if there is anything before the question word, okay, then the arrangement would change back to statement arrangement. The sequence will change back to statement sequence. Sequence arrangement, are you comfortable with these words? Sequence means in which order the words appear. Why? Where does he live? Arrangement देखिए, where does he live? A statement, where he lives. तो जब कुछ आगे लगा देंगे तो ये ऐसा हो जाएगा. I want to know where he lives. I want to know where he lives. Clear? Do you want to practice a little bit? How old is he? How old? Nobody knows. किसी को नहीं पता. How old he is? Okay, how old is he? कितनी उम्र हो रही है उसकी? How old is he? क्या उम्र है उसकी? How old is he? Right? No problems. Is he? ठीक है, question है. किसी को नहीं पता उसकी उम्र क्या है. Nobody knows how old he is. All right. Find out. पता करो. Find out how old he is. All right. Where do you work? Where do you work? तुम कहाँ काम करते हो? हमको पता है तुम कहाँ काम करते हो. I know where you work.
You work.
Okay, I know where you work. S नहीं चाहिए because S is used when the subject is he, she, it. Okay,
it.
so I know where you work.
Work.
I know where you work. It was easy, straightforward. Shall we go from here? Let me select this for you, put this in the group for you. Please come. Oh, there are chairs. Okay. All right, everyone, let's carry on with the next lesson. Adverbs, frequency adverbs. That's what we were studying. Do you remember? Never, always. Never means 0%. Babar Ali never wants to stop teaching, right? He never wants to stop teaching. I never tell lies. A little boy in my afternoon class, I teach a special class for children only. And one boy said, I never tell lies, sir. I said, are you serious? Yes, sir, I never tell lies. I said, how old are you? He said, 11, 12. I said, you're 12 and you never tell lies. Children, babies as small as 4 months, 5 months old also lie, okay? They lie in a different way. They can't speak. So they cry when they don't feel like crying. They cry just to get attention. They show their mother that I'm unhappy, right? but they are not unhappy. They just want mother's attention. That's it. And when you become 3-4 years old, you start lying. Okay. You say, Bhaiya did it. I didn't do it. Things like this. We all lie. Okay. Never. There is a very nice sentence. Never say never. Never say never. Okay. Always means 100%. I always give my 100% to my classes as a teacher. I always give my 100%. Yes. Okay. Now, usually, let's learn these things here on page number 135, 136. Page number 135 and 36. Okay. Go to page number 135, everyone. In the main book, of course. We use these words a lot in our conversation, especially in the present simple. They are used a lot often. बहुत बार use होते हैं ये. Okay, all these words, look at them. Never, sometimes, often, usually, always. These are called frequency adverbs. Okay, what is their use? They talk about how often we do something, how often something happens. These words, okay, everybody knows that in English, subject and the verb are together. The subject and the verb are, for example, you say, I play, you say, I am, right? You always put the subject and the verb together. She goes, and every word after that. She goes to school in the morning by bus. All the words are after she goes. So in English, the subject and the verb are always together. Other words do not come in between. That's what we are learning in a way, indirectly. Babar Ali goes to school by bus 3 miles away. So what was the first two words? Babar Ali goes, right? He teaches classes for, children in his village. He teaches. So you always notice in English that the subject and the verb are together. Not many words can come between the subject and the verb. Words come after these two. Whatever you say in Hindi, there is a sentence in Hindi, let's see. मैं गर्मियों के मौसम में छत पे मच्छरदानी गिरा के सोता हूं. Notice, मैं सोता हूं, and all the words are in between. छत, गर्मियों के मौसम में छत पे मच्छरदानी लगा के. All the words are in between, right? रुखसार, ध्यान से सुनो मेरी बात. हिंदी में सारे वर्ड्स मैं और सोता हूं के बीच में. मैं शुरुआत, सोता हूं आखिर, सब बीच में. बट इन इंग्लिश चाहे जितने वर्ड्स तुम्हें बोलना है, लेकिन पहले दो वर्ड्स होंगे आई और उसके बाद sleep. Okay, Noshin, it's noisy, beta. So I sleep. Okay. After that, everything else. I और सब्जेक्ट हमेशा साथ रहते हैं. इनको कोई सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब हमेशा साथ रहते हैं. मैंने गलत बोल दिया. सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब आर ऑलवेज टुगेदर. ठीक है. ऑलवेज बोलने का मतलब है ज्यादातर. कुछ ही वर्ड्स बीच में आते हैं. अब देखो ये 5 घर फोड़ने वाली लड़कियां हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच घुस जाएंगी. ठीक है. सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब के बीच घुस जाएंगी. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी एडवर्ब होते ना. ज्यादातर हस्बैंड और वाइफ साथ रहते हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी कोई बीच में घुस जाता है. पति पत्नी और वो, सिमिलरली ये वो है. पति सब्जेक्ट, पत्नी वर्ब. ओके. बाकी ये है वो. नेवर, समटाइम्स, ये जब न तब घुस जाएंगे बीच में. देखो सेंटेंस. शी नेवर गोज आउट ऑन संडेज. शी नेवर गोज आउट ऑन संडेज. शी गोज, लेकिन यहां क्या बोल रहा है? शी नेवर गोज. I sometimes work late. I work late. I sometimes work late. कहाँ घुस गया sometimes? Subject और verb के बीच. I
Yeah.
often eat in the restaurant. I eat, subject verb, often is in the middle. I usually go to bed about 11 o'clock. I usually go to bed about 11 o'clock. Position, just learn the position. We always stop work at 6 o'clock. So the position is before the verb. लेकिन अगर verb B हो, अगर verb B हो, तो ये बीच में नहीं घुस सकते. कुछ ऐसे हस्बैंड वाइफ होते हैं जो कभी किसी को बीच में आने नहीं देते हैं, राइट? सो एक वर्ब है बी, वो कभी किसी को बीच में नहीं आने देगा. शी इज लेट. शी इज, व्हाट इज द वर्ब? इज, बी वर्ब. हमेशा शी इज, देखो शी और इज साथ ही रहना, तो बी वर्ब के मामले में ऐसा नहीं होता. बी वर्ब डजंट अलाउ दीज वर्ड्स टू गेट इन द मिडल. ओके, मेरे बाद आओ. मैं और मेरा सब्जेक्ट हमेशा साथ रहेंगे. ओके, she is happy. She is always
He is
लगा दो.
always happy.
Never लगाओ.
She is never happy.
Wives are never happy. Wives are never happy. Okay.
Wife and husband never happy.
ना रुखसार, wives are never happy. Wives are never happy. उनके expectations unrealistic होते हैं. Wives have unrealistic expectations. There
But
is
sir,
a video.
always wife not wrong. At times husband
Is wrong.
wrong.
And sometimes
Yeah.
husband is wrong. Okay.
Sometimes.
Right, wrong. They both can be right and wrong. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know, wives are never happy. Never happy. No matter what you do, wives are never happy. She wants, if you give her the moon, she will want the stars. If you give her the stars, she will want the sun. She's never happy. अच्छा, मेरी बात को सीरियसली नहीं लेना है, ठीक है? ये सब बकवास बातें हैं. ऐसे ही बोलता हूँ मैं, सिर्फ तुम्हें प्रैक्टिस देने के लिए. ओके,
Yeah.
और कुछ मकसद. आई हैव फुल रिस्पेक्ट फॉर विमेन, और मेरी
It's
सोच जो है
joke.
बहुत ही बैलेंस्ड है इस मामले में, ठीक है? आई डोंट बिलीव इन विमेन एंड मेन सेपरेशन और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट, दैट मेन आर लाइक दिस, women are like that. ना, individuals, we are all individuals. Nothing applies on all women, nothing applies on all men. ठीक है? कुछ कोई ऐसी बात नहीं जो सारे मर्दों के बारे में सही हो, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं जो सारे औरतों के बारे में सही है. राइट? वी आर ऑल इंडिविजुअल्स. Something is true about me, it is not true about you. Both are men, but we are different. Similarly, two women are also different. Okay. So anyways, the rule was that we use these words between the subject and the verb. But if the verb is be verb, they will go after be verb. Basic rule, okay? Now the uses of these words, take a look. 0% never, 100% always. In Hindi, never, kabhi nahi. Always, हमेशा. बाकी वर्ड्स के बीच में ना फंस जाओगे हिंदी करने में, थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना. ओके, सबकी हिंदी लगभग एक जैसी होगी. अक्सर, अक्सर,
Usually.
अक्सर. Okay, अक्सर can be translated with two words, often and usually. Okay, हम अक्सर 6 रोटी खाते हैं डिनर में. हम अक्सर
I
11 बजे सो
usually-
जाते हैं.
I usually eat 6 roti.
So when you're talking about routine things, then stay with usually, because it is close to 100%. Now look at usually. Usually is close to 100%, near to 100%. So usually means 75% maybe, right? Maybe. I'm not saying exactly, but maybe 75%, 80%. So when you talk about habits, I usually go to bed before 11, like that. I usually have a bath every day. Okay, like that. Once a day or twice a day, like this. I usually come to class at 7:05, 7:10, like this. Usually is preferred when you're talking about routine things. Often is 50%. 50% confuses a lot of people. I will talk about often a bit later. Let's look at sometimes. Sometimes is between never and often. And that's why we can think of it as 25%, 30%. Sometimes. Kabhi kabhi. Yeah. Kabhi kabhi aata hai mujhse milne. He sometimes visits me. He sometimes comes to see me. Right? He sometimes visits me. I sometimes, not sometime. Take a look at the word. Sometimes, everybody. It is not sometime. It is sometimes one word, sometimes. Okay. I sometimes, go to the cinema. I don't like movies a lot like that. Okay. Sometimes. One word. Not sometimes. Sometimes with S. Okay. Sometimes. Kabhi kabhi. She sometimes calls me when she is in trouble, when she needs my help. We don't talk very often. अच्छा ये often क्या 50%? 50% हाँ, 50% नहीं नहीं खाली हाँ ही सोचना है हमें. हम अक्सर गोलगप्पा खाते हैं. मुझे गोलगप्पा अच्छा लगता है. अब इस सेंटेंस में आप गोलगप्पा रूटीन के तौर पे खा सकते हो रोज. ऐसा लग रहा है सुन के नहीं ना. हम अक्सर फिल्में देखने जाते हैं. मुझे फिल्में देखने का बड़ा शौक है. क्या आप रोज जाओगे? तो कुछ चीजें हैं जो करते हैं अंतराल पे. ओके. सो यू use the word often in that situation. I often eat golgappas. I often eat, yes, pani puris. I often eat pani puris. Okay. I love them. हाँ नहीं, यही तो आपको पता है. सबसे पहले ये फ्रीक्वेंसी एडवर्ब्स कहलाते हैं. ये सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब के बीच में घुसने का क्षमता रखते हैं. नॉर्मली कुछ नहीं घुसता सब्जेक्ट और वर्ब के बीच, लेकिन ये घुस सकते हैं. I often eat golgappas. I love them. I often go to the cinema. I like watching films. Okay, so often is not used when you're talking about routine things. I usually wake up before 7. I often wake up before 7. कौन सा सही लगता सुनने में? Usually, because ये रूटीन की चीज है ना. तो आप ज्यादातर 7 बजे के पहले उठ जाते हैं. I usually wake up before 7. Sometimes I wake up at about 8 or 9 on Sundays maybe. तो usually और sometimes मिला दे 100%. Okay. Usually तो sometimes का भी जगह रह गया. Right. अगर always बोला है तो फिर never का जगह रहा, क्योंकि 100% फिर 0% together 100. Okay. I always go shopping with my wife. I never go alone. Clear है ना? I always go shopping with my wife. I never go shopping alone. Now, I usually go shopping with my wife, but sometimes I go alone. Ab samajh mein aa raha hai? Okay. Now, often is used for those things which you do occasionally, not as a routine thing. Okay. तो थोड़ा सा कम है of frequency. 50%, 75%, 80% usually is between often and always. अभी कोई बोल देगा I often go to the cinema, मतलब हम सिनेमा नहीं जाते. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. इसका मतलब हो गया हम सिनेमा जाते हैं. It's a positive sentence. अगर आप कहना चाहते हैं हम ज्यादा नहीं जाते, I don't go to the cinema very often. I don't go to the cinema very often. ये सब चीजें प्रैक्टिस से सीखेंगे आप धीरे धीरे. Okay. So some more information. About the position of these adverbs, that they go between the subject and the verb. They go between the subject and the verb. But two of them, sometimes and usually, these two, they can go anywhere. They can go at the beginning of the sentence. They can go at the end of the sentence too, if you want. For example, sometimes I come to class late. Sometimes I come to class late. I come to class late sometimes. You can go this way as well. Otherwise, the most common position, I sometimes come to class late. So there are three possible positions between the subject and the verb, between the subject and the verb, and two more positions, the beginning and the end position. Is that clear? It is only for these two words, sometimes and usually. And you will see these things when you listen. Don't worry. You don't need to memorize any stuff. मैंने जो बोला इसमें से कुछ याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप याद करके नहीं कर सकते. मैंने जो भी बातें भी बताई आपको about the position and everything, आप कुछ भी यहाँ से बहुत ज्यादा ले नहीं जा सकते हैं. बहुत कम ही स्टूडेंट इतने तेज होते हैं जो मेरी इन बातों को फॉलो करेंगे. बाकी सबको इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. सुन लिया, उन्होंने कहा कि हम सीख रहे हैं क्योंकि टीचर पढ़ा रहे तो सीख ही रहे होंगे, ऐसा लगता है आपको. लेकिन आप कुछ नहीं सीख रहे अभी फिलहाल ज्यादा. आप सीखेंगे जब आप बार बार इसके यूजेस सुनेंगे, तब ये बार बार दिमाग में चलेगा कि सर ऐसा बोले थे. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई मीन. एक बार मेरे ऐसा बोल देने से कुछ नहीं हो जाने वाला, कोई बदलाव नहीं आने वाला आपके में. ऑलराइट, बट नाउ फ्रॉम हियर you will listen to these things every time somebody uses the word sometimes, often, then you will think about this lesson, then you will learn. Is that clear? अगर मैं ये पढ़ाने के बाद कभी इस बारे में बात ना करूं, then it is bound to go out of your mind sooner or later. चला ही जाएगा, आज नहीं कल, दिमाग से बाहर. लेकिन हम लोग यहाँ पर खत्म नहीं किए इसको पढ़ा के, अभी से ये शुरू हुआ. अब यहाँ से ध्यान देना शुरू करेंगे. Whenever I use the word never, often, usually, आप सोचना अरे हाँ सर सिखाए थे फ्रीक्वेंसी एडवर्ब. इस तरह से आपका वो रहेगा दिमाग में. तो यू नीड मोर प्रैक्टिस. आर वी रेडी? लेट्स गो. गिव मी द सेंटेंसेस दैट यू नोटिस इन द टेक्स्ट. गिव मी द sentences that you underlined in the text with these frequency adverbs. What do you know about this girl? What is the name of this girl? Lisa Parsons. Go to the text about Lisa Parsons. What sentences do you remember from there with the words always, often, never?
I never cook on Sunday.
Yeah, so you will say, Abhinav, that Lisa Parsons never cooks on Sundays. Lisa Parsons never cooks on Sundays. Okay, more? Again, you didn't listen to my feedback to Abhinav. आप नहीं सुने मैंने अभिनव को क्या कहा?
Lisa Parson often eat in a little restaurant near her apartment.
On Sundays.
Yeah.
On Sundays, Lisa Parson often eats in a little restaurant near her apartment. Okay, more. Ayush, do you want to improve your sentence?
Sir,
You're
Lisa
talking about-
Parsons is always very busy.
Lisa Parson is always very busy. Very good, Kushika.
Lisa Parson often finish work at 6 o'clock.
Lisa Parson often finishes work at 6 o'clock. Very good. I will say she usually finishes work at 6 o'clock. क्योंकि रूटीन की चीज है. काम फिनिश करना रोज होता है ना, रूटीन वाली चीज है ना. तो she usually finishes work at 6 o'clock. Okay,
Yes.
but sometimes she stays late. But sometimes she stays late until 9 or 10 o'clock. Padma, very
She
good
always
sentence. Padma,
like
you
her
wrote.
job. She always
Yes,
like
Atif?
her job. She always like her job.
She likes her job. इसमें always की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन ठीक है, it's okay. She likes her job. Yes.
Lisa Parson always very busy.
कुछ गड़बड़
But
हो रही है
she is-
फैजान कुछ गड़बड़ हो रही है. वर्ब का आपके सेंटेंस का लिस्ट फैजान.
Yes, Lisa Parson is always very busy.
Okay, now you corrected yourself. Well done. Lisa Parsons is always very busy. Very good. Now, these are sentences about Lisa Parsons. Okay. She never works late on Saturdays. She never works late
On
On
Saturday.
Saturdays. You know that, right? She never works late on Saturdays because on Saturdays she sings.
Saturday evening, she sings.
Yes. Hmm. Shut
She
up.
sings in
Lisa
nightclub.
Parsons always goes shopping. Shut up. There are two mistakes in your sentence. You didn't use goes because Lisa Parsons means she goes. Okay. All right. Goes, and there is no need to use to. Go shopping. क्या phrase है बेटा? Go shopping.
Goes up.
Go to shopping नहीं. To के बाद जगह का नाम बताते हैं. कौन सी जगह कोई गया? Go to Goa. Go to Patna. Go to Kolkata. Go to school. Go to the cinema. Go to the bank. Go to the shops. जगह जहाँ गए. All right. Now, if you are done with Lisa Parsons, you can talk about your mummy, papa, brother, and sister with the word always, never, usually, sometimes. Use these words. My mom almost never, मैंने एक नया चीज यूज कर दिया, almost never. Okay, never तो बोलते ही है, मैंने कह दिया almost never, लगभग कभी नहीं. Okay. My mom almost never has breakfast before a shower. She almost never has breakfast before a shower. Yeah. Yep. Carry on, people. Your mom never cooks non-veg. Very good. Yes. I know it's hard because you guys are not struggling with always and never. This is not your challenge. Your challenge is English. You know, if I ask you to make sentences in Hindi, you will make sentences in Hindi. So your problem is not these words. Your problem is that you have to form a sentence in English. Please push yourself a little bit. Okay, and if you can't make a sentence, at least you can repeat your friend's sentence. I've given you another, way of practicing. So Ayush said that. What did you hear? Ayush's mother never cooks non-veg. So if you don't have your own sentence, no problem. You can speak your friend's sentence. Ayush's mother never cooks non-veg. Okay. You never go to the office on Sundays. Very good. Yes, Abhinav.
My mom.
Go
My
on
father-
one by one.
My father usually my father sometimes don't go to work.
Oh, very good sentence. My father sometimes doesn't go to work. Okay. My father sometimes doesn't go to work. Very good, Abhinav. Faizan?
My mom never have a click a photo.
Your mother never has
Click photos.
Okay, she never takes photos. She never takes photos. Okay. Okay. You often watch films on Sundays. Very good. You often watch films on Sundays. Very good.
My sister never have
Padma's sister never has coffee. You usually play cricket on Sundays. And you often watch films on Sundays. देखा दोनों में फर्क? दोनों sentence में often और usually use करा. एक ने I often watch movies on Sundays, and one said I usually play cricket on Sundays. Frequency ज्यादा है क्रिकेट खेलने वाले की, right? उन्होंने usually बोला है वो ज्यादातर संडे को क्रिकेट खेल लेते हैं. और ये फिल्में देखते हैं, उतनी दफा नहीं देखते. फिल्में देखते हैं संडेज को, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कि हर सेकंड संडे को देख ही लेंगे, right? So I often watch films on Sundays. And he usually plays cricket on Sundays. तो frequency बढ़ा दिया. एक कोई कह देगा I always, all right, visit my parents on Sundays. तीनों sentence में फर्क समझ में आ गया आपको? I always visit my parents on Sundays. यानी संडे है तो ये पक्का है 100%, ये कहाँ जाएगा? अपने मम्मी पापा को मिलने. He always visits his parents on Sundays. You often watch movies on Sundays and you usually play cricket on Sundays. I really like the way you guys use the word often and usually, because it is true. People who play cricket now, they एक आध संडे मिस होता है, बाकी जाते रहते हैं, रूटीन है. लेकिन फिल्में देखने वाले डिपेंड करता है. व्हेन देयर इज अ नाइस मूवी देन यू विल वॉच ऑन संडेज, समटाइम्स यू डोंट वॉच, राइट? तो ऑफन इज अ बेटर वर्ड हियर. बाकी इसमें ज्यादा उलझने का नहीं है कि एकदम वन ही ओनली वन. आप दोनों में से उलट पलट भी कर सकते हो. फ्रीक्वेंसी घटता बढ़ता है, बाकी सेंटेंस इज करेक्ट.
I often go to market.
I often go to the market, okay, to buy this, to buy that. कोई बात होनी चाहिए, खाली वर्ड्स नहीं रहने चाहिए, कुछ बात होनी चाहिए. जब हम लोग सेंटेंस फॉर्म करेंगे, वी विल नॉट जस्ट पुट वर्ड्स टुगेदर, वी विल ट्राई एंड से समथिंग. कुछ मन में रहना चाहिए बताने के लिए, है ना? और अगर मन में कुछ नहीं आ रहा है तो दूसरे लोगों की बातों को रिपीट करेंगे अपने शब्दों में. सब लोग एक जैसा नहीं बताते. आपको पता है, इन द आफ्टरनून क्लास में हिंदी में बात करता हूँ, वहां फिर भी बच्चे चुप हो जाते हैं, उनको नहीं पता था क्या बोलना चाहिए. दे आर लर्निंग हाउ टू टॉक. Okay, they are only comfortable talking to their family and friends, but when they're outside, they don't know how to talk nicely. Okay, so they're learning. So don't worry. Yes, Faiz, what was your sentence?
I often go to market.
A complete baat nahi hai. To buy groceries, to buy grocery. Very good, very nice. Okay.
I never go to market. My brother always go to market.
Very good. Rukhsar writes, my
I
mother usually drinks tea. She
I
always
usually
supports me. Very good. Yes, Khushi.
I usually cook food.
फूड नहीं बोलता. I usually do the cooking. I usually do the cooking. इसको नेचुरल बोलने का तरीका है. I usually do the cooking. I
Okay,
usually do the cooking. खाना बनाने का काम अक्सर मेरा होता है. All right. I usually do the cooking. All right. Yeah. And you never take any risk when you're riding your bike. Okay, Ajju, very well done. Thank you for saying this sentence to all the people here. Never take a risk when you're riding your bike. One mistake and you will not be there to make another mistake.
I never talk to with brother.
You never talk to your brother
Yeah, because
because
yeah, he is very young, sir. I
Hindi, क्योंकि वो बहुत
बड़े हैं. Yeah, elder.
बड़े हैं.
He is very
He is
elder.
much,
Yeah.
yeah, he's older than you. Okay. Okay.
My father is always carrying me.
Okay, hold on, Atif. Yes, Aran. Okay, sometimes you do something different on Sundays. Sometimes you do something different from your profession on Sundays. Very good. Atif, what was your sentence?
My father is carrying me. My father is always carrying me.
Okay, very good, very nice. Your father always cares about you. Okay, very good. He does, obviously. He's your dad. Okay, good job, everybody. Now, Lalla, you are in the class today, huh? And I'm going to take you guys to the next exercise in the book.
Sir, do take
Yes.
attendance.
Yeah, it's 8:30, right? No, 8:22. We will. At 8:30, we will call attendance. Yeah. And guys, you have to attend the whole class. Some of you guys leave before the class is over. I'm not very happy about it. Abhinav, your mic is noisy today. I'm saying to all of you guys, remember, my online students, When my physical students or physical class students walk into the class, they stay in the class the entire class, for the entire class. They don't leave in the middle. So the online students should not have this extra liberty and that they will walk out whenever they want. Once they come into the class, they should stay there for the entire class, right? Yeah. Now, listening and pronunciation. I am going to play an audio file. You listen and tick the sentence you hear. Exercise 5 on your screen, everybody. Listen and tick the sentence you hear. I'm going to play an audio file. Okay, you will listen to some sentences. Then click the sentence that you hear. Okay, 3.4. Lights gone. Three point four.
Tape switch 3. 1. Lisa, why do you like your job? 2.
Where do you live in New York?
3.
What do you do on Tuesday evenings?
4.
She really loves singing.
5.
She eats a lot.
6.
What does she do on Sundays?
Done. Let's listen to it one more time.
Tape script 3.4. 1.
Lisa, why do you like your job?
2.
Where do you live in New York?
3.
What do you do on Tuesday evenings?
4.
She really loves singing.
5.
She eats a lot.
6.
What does she do on Sundays?
One.
Lisa, why
Why
don't
do
you
you
like
like
your job?
your job?
If you were Lisa, what would you say? If you were Lisa, what would you say?
Because I love my
The question is, Lisa, why do you like her job? So the answer would not be yes. The answer would be because I
Love singing
I
and book.
love singing and books.
Right. Number 2.
Where do you live in New York?
Where do you live in New York? If you were Lisa, what would you say?
Yes.
I don't live in New York.
I live
I live
downtown.
in
I live
I live in
downtown,
London.
near the
Downtown.
river. I live near the river, downtown. Downtown means main part of the city. Downtown. Okay.
Sir, she doesn't live in New York, sir. She lives in London.
No, you're wrong.
Manhattan.
Lives in New York. She is from New York. She's an American girl.
Okay.
You misunderstood.
Yeah,
Number
sir.
3.
I just
Number 3.
practice.
On Tuesday evening?
What do you do on Tuesday evening?
What do you do on Tuesday evenings? I go to Dhaneshwar Ghat.
What do you do?
Yes, देवी के दर्शन वहीं होते हैं. Okay, next. Number 4.
She really
She
loves
really
singing.
loves
Really
singing.
love singing.
She really loves singing. She really loves singing. 5.
She eats a lot.
He eats
He
a lot.
eats a lot.
Who really loves singing? Lisa Parsons, right? She really loves singing. And sentence number 5, you're saying she eats a lot. Look at her body. Look at her body. She eats a lot. I don't believe that. Look at her body. Okay. But she's very beautiful, no?
Yes, sir.
Now, last.
What does
What does
she
she
do on
do on
Sundays?
Sundays?
What does she do on Sundays? All right. Well done. Good job. Let me first call the attendance. And then remember, guys, I don't want you to leave the class before the class is over. Okay.
Okay.
Very good, Padma. My sister usually wakes up at 7, but sometimes she wakes up at 6 on festivals. Very good. Now, attendance, I'll call attendance and then we will go to the next exercise. Today is the 13th. Padma is present. Shazia is present. Rukhsar is present. Arsalan Faiz is present. Atif Iqbal is present. Muhammad Atif Iqbal is present here. Okay. Atif Iqbal is present. Before that, Athar Numan is present. Athar is present. He isn't. He isn't present.
Sir,
Atif, your brother is here. Your cousin.
Sir, Athar Naman is present.
hello, sir.
He is not saying anything, and you know that today I was very busy
Hello, sir.
just teaching. I didn't notice who is not here in the class. Yes, Athar. Safdar, are you present, Safdar? Absent for the 3rd day. Faizan Ahmed. This is really good. We are keeping a good track of the attendance now. Who's present, who's missing classes. It's very important, actually. Faizan Ahmed, are you here, Faizan? Absent. Sahil Bihari, present. Sahil, right in front of me. Faizan Ali, present. Khushbu, present. Nausheen, present. Sharik Ahmed is right here. And Abhinav is present. Mudassir is here. And Ganpat Roy is absent today. Tausif is again absent the 3rd day. Is he all right? What's wrong with him? He is sick. He is sick. All right. Nayyar Shaz is absent. Faiz is present. Rishikesh is present. Very regular, Rishikesh. Keep it up, okay? Ayush is present. Sonu Nigam is absent again. Saddam Hussein absent. Saim is present. Saim is absent. Mehran Alam, Mehran absent. Shahbaz Khan absent. Shahbaz absent. Musharraf Imam, absent. Ranjit present. And Shadab is present online. Mashuk absent. Mashuk, are you there, Mashuk? Simran is present. Zeba is present. Roshin is present. Sweetie is present. Azu is present. Faraz is present. Lalla is present today. And Moon is absent. And Mudassir Alam is present too. And Mausam is present. Okay. Mausam was present yesterday as well, right? Yes. Of course, I have to put his name here with P. Fine. Thank you, everybody. Now, it took 3-4 minutes, but these 3-4 minutes are very important, I believe. People who are irregular, they will know why they're not learning because they're irregular. You see, it's very important to be there in the class every day. It's a process, continuous process. We are digging a well, एक कुआं खोद रहे हैं. Gap नहीं हो सकता. जहां छोड़े वहीं खोदना है, right? So let's continue. practice section. After learning all these things about the frequency adverbs and the present simple, let's do some practice. Use the words in the box to complete the questions. We have some questions here, but they are not complete. These questions are not complete. We have these words in the box, the WH words. Use them to complete the questions. And then match the questions and answers. This is your task. Come on, do it now. First of all, complete the questions and then match them with the answers. To complete the questions, you can use the words in the box. Who, how, what time, do, where, when, why, what. Use these words. Complete the questions. Everybody, have you finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Atif Iqbal has sent his work in the group. This is lovely, Atif. This is what a student should do. Okay, good job. This is why I send you guys the book. This is the right way to study in an online class. Okay, especially a class like mine. You do your work and you put the photo in the group. The teacher, like here, I can go and visit the student. I can look at the students' books here, right? But online students, they can send their photos, like Atif did. Well done. Well done, sweetie and Abhinav. Yeah, take a look at this. Atif has sent his class work here, what he has done. Sweetie has sent it here as well. And Abhinav, good, well done. And this is what everybody should do, all the online students. Now let's check. Number one, what time do you get up?
What time do you get up?
What time it up?
At about 7 o'clock on weekdays.
7 o'clock on weekdays.
2,
Where do you go?
Where do you go on holiday?
where do you go on holiday? To Turkey or Egypt? 3,
What do you do on Sunday?
Where do you do?
what do you do on Sundays? Always relax. 4,
When do you do your homework?
When do you do your homework?
when do you do your homework?
When I get home.
When I get home. घर जाने के बाद, है ना? घर पहुंच के. When I get home. When I get home. अब get home 2 बार सुन ले, 4 बार सुन ले, दिमाग में रह जाता है. Get home, okay? Now, number 4, 5.
Who do you live with?
Where do you live with?
My brother and brother. My mother and
My brother
brothers.
and
My mother
Very
and brothers.
6. Right.
Why do you like your job?
Why do you like
your job? Because it's interesting.
Because it is interesting.
It's interesting.
Very nice. 7.
How do you travel to
How
school?
do you travel on school? Usually by bus.
Usually by bus.
Very good. And last.
Do you go out
Do you
Friday
go
evening?
out?
Yes, I do. Sometimes.
I do sometimes. Yeah. Well done, everybody. Now, ask me. Okay, first let me play 3.5. First, let me play 3.5.
Tape script 3.5. Talking about you. 1.
What time do you get up?
At about 7 o'clock on weekdays.
2.
Where do you go on holiday?
To Turkey or Egypt?
3.
What do you do on Sundays?
I always relax.
4.
When do you do your homework?
When I get home.
5.
Who do you live with?
My mother and brothers.
6.
Why do you like your job?
Because it's interesting.
7.
How do you travel to school?
Usually by bus.
8.
Do you go out on Friday evenings?
Yes, I do sometimes.
Now, if you have any confusion, ask me. And if everything follows the same things that you have studied, if there is nothing new, that's great. Okay. And ask me the questions. I will answer.
Why do you like your job?
I like my job because I really enjoy speaking English, and teaching English is great fun. The salary is not bad either. The money is not bad either. And I get this sense that I'm doing something, because many students have told me that they spent more than 20,000, 30,000 rupees in, going to very expensive classes in Patna and Delhi and couldn't manage to learn English. But they came here, they spent time, it wasn't very expensive, and they learned. So such compliments make me feel very special, that the students who struggled so much in their lives, to learn English, eventually they managed to learn with me. And I always say it's not about money. Money doesn't teach you. Time teaches you. Remember this.
But
Yes.
I always curious about how do you manage your financially, sir?
Yeah, I
How
know
do
it's
Because
not very easy.
one student pay one time, I think in a 1 year or half a 1.5 year. And how do
You're right.
you? Yes, that's why, sir. I always curious about your financial problem. I think.
I am curious, Faizan. I am curious. Curious is
Yes,
an adjective. I
yes.
curious? No, I
I
am
am
curious. Curious is
curious.
not a verb. Curious, if it was a verb, you could say I curious. But curious is
Okay,
an
sir.
adjective. So I
Adjective.
am curious. Want to know something, then you're curious. For example, there is this room and you're curious what is inside. You want to know what is inside. So he's curious about how I manage my finances, because Faizan says, and he knows because he's also one of those people, that I charge people one time and I teach them sometimes twice, sometimes thrice as well. So
Yeah.
how do I manage my finances? I will only say that right now I'm not thinking of becoming rich. I'm not thinking of making savings. I'm just doing what I can do. And I'm trying to send a message that, guys, learning English doesn't depend on how much money you pay. It depends on how much time you spend. Okay, Faizan was in a previous class, another class. He is revising his course. I haven't charged him extra money. I don't charge anybody extra money to revise the courses. When I know that the student was nice, he was nice in the class, I usually give them the chance to revise the class, okay, without asking them to pay anything extra. This way, they realize that the first 6 months, maybe they didn't do their best or whatever, they do feel better after the second time. They feel so much confident that they want to continue their learning, okay? And this is the most important thing, believing in yourself. Yesterday, Rishikesh said that he now has this feeling that he is learning, he is improving, okay? There was a time a lot of people don't have confidence in themselves. Yesterday, I received a phone call from a girl. She wanted to join the classes. And I have some rules for my class, no demo classes. The reason why I don't offer demo classes is very basic. The choice is not in your hand, what you will do, how you will do it. It is in my hand. You have to just follow me. First, trust me, pay the money, and stay here. After that, it's my job decision, okay? And I'm not hungry for money. People who are here understand that, because I'm helping them without, asking them to pay the second time, the third time, and some other students will also know how I help them with their, if they have problems with money as well. So it's that, but I can't prove these things to people who do not know me. Like that girl, she was quite apprehensive, she was like, I have to pay all the fee at first. I said, yes. She's not here. She's not here. Clearly, like doubtful, like she said, I have to pay all the fee at once. I said, yes. And she's not here today. Clearly, she could not trust me. All right. So I think you don't trust me. You trust the person who recommends this place to you, in a way. Somebody recommends this place to you. You do not come here because of my banner poster, right? So Mausam paid the fee. Yesterday he joined and he paid 5,001 rupee. And I like that 1 rupee. You know, no, people don't pay me extra. He paid me 1 rupee extra, you know. He made that money auspicious, you know, 5,001. Who did he trust? He trusted me, or he trusted the person who recommended this place to him? He trusted him because he doesn't know me, whether I'm a good teacher or not. How does he decide to pay all the money in advance? He trusted the person who recommended this place to me. Right now, my classes are running on this recommendation, you know, and like I said, it goes against my values that I will spend money on advertisement. I can afford to spend 5,000, 10,000 rupees on banners, posters, okay? But I just choose not to, because when you have banners and posters, then all kinds of students come. But when your students recommend your class to somebody, good students come. Students who really want to learn, those who are sincere, usually, you know. So it
Sir,
helps me as well.
do you know, sir,
Yes.
there are lots of students and people who believes who believes in English course is only 6 months, and one of my friends asked to me, my improvement for to English, and he asked to me, where do
He asked
you
me.
he asked me, where do you attain
Study.
your study. Then sir, I told him, and sir, when I told him in detail, and he always asked me how much time I have to
Have to invest.
Yes. And sir, I told him, and I'm very serious about मतलब मैं समझाने के लिए सर परेशान हो रहा था कि यार ऐसे नहीं होता है, जो हमारा क्लास है उसमें तुम अच्छे से
नहीं कर पाओगे. You can't
तो
convince the
नहीं हो
world.
रहा था सर. अब वो
You
देख रहा है
can't
सर कि
convince the
यार
world.
मैं इम्प्रूव कर रहा हूँ, वो क्यूरियस है कि अरे यार बहुत अच्छा है, तुम्हारा इंग्लिश हो गया है, ये वो पहले ऐसा नहीं था. लेकिन ये बोलने के बाद ना उसको मतलब दिल दिमाग में अटका हुआ है सर कि नहीं 6 महीना मैं उसको नहीं समझा पाया, 6 महीना से आगे उसको नहीं ले आ पाया.
Tell him this way, that if you are smart, maybe 6 months will be enough. But if you're not so
मैंने उसको
smart and you
बोला
need more, then
मैं
I will be there for you. Okay?
मैंने
Because
उनको
I know
बोला
this is the biggest problem people have. They have been convinced that 6 months is enough to learn a language. भाई साहब, तू कोई लैंग्वेज नहीं सीख सकता 6 महीने में. कोई सा लैंग्वेज नहीं सीख सकता 6 महीने में. तुम स्पेनिश छोड़ दो, इंग्लिश छोड़ दो, अपने बगल की लैंग्वेज पंजाबी सीखना चाहोगे 6 महीने में नहीं हो पाएगा. अच्छा, you know, you need to spend 1 or 2 years practicing that language to be good at it. पता नहीं लोगों ने कोर्स बेचने के चक्कर में 6 महीने का ये कर दिया है कि 6 महीने मेरा काम हो जाए, पैसा आ जाए हाथ में.
यस सर, एंड उनकी सीट भी खाली हो जाती है.
पैसा आ जाए मेरे हाथ में. 4 महीने का कोर्स है भाई, पैसा आ जाए हाथ में, और जल्दी आ जाता है. लोग 4 महीने में जल्दी जमा करते हैं. 4 महीने, वाह गुड.
फैजान, जो तुमसे ये पूछ रहे थे उनसे वो पूछना चाहिए, तुम जब बच्चे थे कितने साल में तुमने बोलना सीखा?
गुड अरसलान.
मैंने उनसे ये चीज बोला, लेकिन क्या होता है ना कि मार्केट में सर जैसा, जी सर के जैसा जो मतलब थिंकिंग है, या सर जिस तरीके से पढ़ाते हैं, अब जैसे बहुत सारे मार्केट में ऐसे हैं जहाँ मैं कोचिंग किया करता था, वो मतलब 6 मंथ 5 मंथ तक ना वो बंदे को मतलब इतना ज्यादा इरिटेट और इतना ज्यादा बेइज्जती करते थे ना, कि वो बंदे खुद बोल देते थे ठीक है सर मैंने 5,000 दे दिया, मेरा 6 मंथ पूरा हो गया, मैं निकल जाता हूँ, सीखूं चाहे नहीं सीखूं. लेकिन उनका शुरुआत में ये रहता था कि तुम 5,000 रुपया दो और जब तक नहीं सीखोगे तब तक क्लास में रहो. वो बोलते जरूर थे बट इरिटेट हो जाते थे. लेकिन यहाँ पे विनय सर को मैं देखता हूँ कि चाहे पुराना स्टूडेंट रहे चाहे नया स्टूडेंट रहे, सर उतना ही इंटरेस्ट दिखलाते हैं. तो ये यूनिक चीज है, और ये चीज ना जब तक बंदे क्लास में आएंगे नहीं उनको बिलीव नहीं होगा. समझे? उनको आप कितना समझा दो उनको नहीं होगा बिलीव, क्योंकि सर एक्चुअली में यूनिक पर्सन है. और ये 6 मंथ वाला कोर्स हर जगह है, और उस तरह के टीचर खुद बोलते हैं भाई 6 मंथ हो गया ना, आप जाओ मेरा सीट खाली करो, दूसरे बंदे आएंगे वो 5,000 देंगे. लेकिन सर का ये तो मैं देखता हूँ, मैं खुद बिलीव नहीं कर पाता.
I never say that line. I hope I never say that line. मैं उम्मीद करता मैं ये लाइन कभी ना बोलूं कि मेरा सीट खाली करो भाई.
ऐसा तो
चाहे जितने
आपके
लड़के हो
बिहेवियर
जाए,
से
मैं
दिखते
जगह बड़ा
ही
ले
है.
लूंगा, लेकिन कहूंगा कि मेरा सीट खाली करो.
हाँ, तो उनको मेन ना सर ये विश्वास ही नहीं होता है कि यार ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है. उनको चाहे जितना सिखा दो, तो सर का ये जो चीज है ना कि भाई आप पे करो, उसके बाद
I
आप
know.
देखो
I pay
ये
you
सर
12
बहुत सही
ago.
agree.
किए। हाँ ये
I
सर
agree
बहुत
that
सही किए। मेरे को भी पहले लगता था कि सर डेमो क्लास नहीं देते हैं, ऐसा क्यों करते हैं, लेकिन मैंने जिस बंदे ने मेरे को रिकमेंड किया था, राखी है मेरी दोस्त, उसने मेरे को रिकमेंड किया था, उसका इंग्लिश अच्छा है, तो मैंने उस पर विश्वास किया। जब क्लास में आया, सर से मैंने बात किया, तो मुझे फिर सर पे ज्यादा विश्वास हो गया, मुझे फील हो गया कि हाँ ठीक है। मैं तो कितना सर, 1 साल हो गया ना सर, 17 अगस्त पिछले साल को मैं ज्वाइन किया
Really,
था।
really, really. Yes, true. It is true, Faizan.
same.
And again, I will say
I'm
this to
agree.
you all. Yes, huh? Yeah, all means he was in the previous class. Okay, he was at work actually. His class was in the morning, and he used to be busy getting ready to work, go to work. So he couldn't really focus so much. Now he's attending the classes with more, I will say, sincerity. You know, he is doing more about his classes, and that's why we can all see the change in him as well. He's forming sentences. Earlier, his English was rather poor, and he knows that, and he's working. So listen, who will come to my classes? People who need to improve their English, right? Somewhere you feel that your English is not at par, you know, at par matlab jo hona chahiye wahan, okay? That's why.
Or
Sir, I can't understand your words, but I'm very curious about the discussion. I'm so sorry, Padma. Okay, guys, switch back to English. Okay, Padma couldn't understand the conversation. It was in Hindi. So sorry. Okay, Padma, they are talking about the class, that this class is unique in a way that students do not feel that they're not welcome in the class even after they have finished their course, and when they're revising, the teacher does not show them that, hey, you are an old student, I don't care about you, I have to focus on my new students. That's not how I behave. That's what they're talking about. And I am very, very grateful that he is observing these things, because I want people to appreciate these things about me. It is definitely something I feel proud of. My values tell me, as a teacher, my job is towards the weak students. You know, as long as they want to learn, I should support them. And how can I support them? By being nice to them. When they ask a question, I should not yell at them. I should not make them feel you are useless. I should not say this at all. I should not have this feeling about any students. I should support my weak students. Good students can take care of themselves. I speak a little. Good students learn a lot. Okay, but there are those who need support from the teacher. I'm there for you as long as you are interested in learning. Okay, I have so many examples to talk about. There is this guy, Adnan. He's in your evening class, Faizan. Okay, the tall Adnan. He joined the class in the evening. Because you guys know, I don't really pressurize my students to learn. I just want to have conversation, fun, and this and that, and people in the process improve. So Adnan improved his English quite a bit. He got the second chance to revise the lesson, and he took it. He said, yes, he wants to revise. He was doing fine. But he's a young boy who likes having a little fun, talks about girls and stuff like that. You know, so once what happened, sometimes, you know, I thought that he was taking me for granted, you know, because I'm giving this revision class, the second class, the third class. Some students have studied 4 times as well, you know, because they were really slow to learn. So I said, why not? You're interested, I'm here for you. But I noticed that Adnan focuses more on other things, not on learning, you know. And then he went absent for around 20, 30 days. And one day he said that, sir, I will join the new class. I scolded him a lot on the phone. I said, what do you think of this place? That you will drop the classes for 20, 30 days and you will come to the new class. I mean, you don't have any responsibility towards the class. Did you inform me when you were going absent and things like this? I said, you are not welcome to this class at all if you are not serious about learning. And if you are serious about learning, you should think about why you want to be here. Then he came, he said, I will come after the exam. He came after the exam. I was a bit annoyed with him, okay, because of his attitude, but he seemed like a different guy when he came the second time, okay? And he came after his exams were over. His 12th exams are over. He came to me and he wanted to continue. I said, pay the fee. He wanted to be in the pre-intermediate class as well. I said, pay the fee. His father called me, sir, I don't have the money at the moment, but I'll do it later. I said, thank you very much for calling, because I just wanted this from his father, that his father also wants him to study. This guy is not just fooling around. Adnan seems so different now. I just sometimes feel that this class doesn't teach you English. it also tells you how you can learn things about life, observation. I'm not spoon feeding you. I'm not teaching you anything that you have to memorize. I told you when I talked about frequency adverb that you can't learn much from this lesson, but you need to think about what I taught again and again. I'll give you many revisions again and again. These things will matter. And somehow, Adnan, I will say, he is very different now. He is doing his pre-intermediate class, and he is also revising his elementary because he stayed away for quite some time. Overall, I say it is a continuous process. Okay, you cannot do it like if you are digging a well here, you can't start digging a well somewhere else and imagine that this hard work that you did will count there. You have to dig at one place. What I mean to say, you just carry on with the process. It takes 1 or 2 years sometimes to be good at a language, and especially students like my Mudassir, I am very positive about you, Mudassir, okay? But I want you to know that you need to spend time. 10 years at school, you have achieved nothing. And here in 6 months, you want to achieve everything. That will be a false promise if I make that it is possible, okay? I don't want to lie to you. You will improve in 6 months, okay? I guarantee you will be better in 6 months. And that improvement will keep you positive that, yes, I want to continue. I want to learn. When you notice that you're changing, you're improving, then you don't need any compliments from anybody. You have faith in yourself. You have trust in yourself that you are doing better. This is exactly what is happening with all my weak students. Slowly and slowly, they are feeling better. Shazia, I would like to take Shazia's example. After first 2 days in the class, she said, I don't want to continue. I just want to stay in the Hindi medium class. She is studying in a Hindi medium class in the afternoon. I have a special batch for very poor students, okay? Those who don't even understand English. Shazia wanted to drop this class, okay? But I noticed that there is something about this girl, okay? I said, Shazia, stay in this class. No homework pressure, nothing. Just stay in the class. Now I ask her, do you want to stop? She said, no, I'm fine. Okay. I'm not feeling as bad as earlier. I understand a little better now. ये change थोड़ा दिन में आ जाना कि आप बेहतर महसूस करें पहले से, ये positive change is very important. जिस भी दुकानदार को पैसे आने लगते हैं, वो दुकान में जाने में इंटरेस्ट लेता है. कस्टमर आते हैं, आमदनी होती है. जिसके यहाँ कुछ नहीं हो ना, वो बेचारा क्यों जाए? उसका मोटिवेशन खत्म हो जाता है दुकान जाने का. I hope you understand. So this is exactly how it is for students. When they see some change in themselves, they want to study harder. So I don't need to pressurize you to do anything. I just need to start that process for you, where you start to see some changes in yourself. After that, you will take care of yourself. Okay. And I know money matters for everybody. It matters for me. It matters for you as well. So that's the reason I removed that money aspect in the very beginning. Pay, stay here. I'll take care of your English. I haven't had one student who was dissatisfied being here. आपको ऐसे बहुत लोग मिलेंगे, बहुत सी बातें बोलेंगे, ठीक है? सर हमको इतना उल्टा बोल दिया, ऐसे डांट दिए, वैसे डांट दिए, वो सब बातें अपनी जगह है. Nobody will say to you, I wasn't happy with the way he taught. Nobody will say that. Some students might say that he was always speaking English, so I left the class. Okay? और वहां उनकी गलती है. Okay? They
Sir, your mic. Sir. Sir, we can't hear.
एक ही मैसेज है दोस्तों. What is my people, what should you tell them? That patience is very important when you're learning a language, and it is not a short-term thing. Okay? Your money will not help you learn, your time will. Okay? So whether you pay 5,000 or 50,000 is irrelevant. But if you spend 1 month and you spend 1 year, then obviously if you spend 1 year, you will learn more in comparison to 1 month, because time is a bigger factor, much bigger factor than money. Everybody should have that very clear in their mind. Okay? So with these words, let's wrap up and we will carry on tomorrow. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.